Let's now cross over to Nhlamulo Mabasa, who's SABC News reporter, covering the story. Nhlamulo, very good evening to you. Officers say 8 people have been rescued. What kind of information has come from those individuals on what is actually happening underground?
Good evening, Paul. Good evening to our viewers at home. I can confirm that what Brigadier Nhlamulo was saying is true. They have rescued 8 people and 3 bodies were recovered as well. We were asked to give the rescued, the miners that were rescued a bit of space, as most of them were still needed to be attended to. But on the side, we were able to talk to one of them who actually just told us that they have been underground from January, and now it means it has been 12 months since they were underground, being involved in illegal mining activities in that specific area and in that specific shaft. So at the moment, the information is still a bit tricky, still a bit sketchy, and we will try to talk to those that we might be rescued tomorrow, because those ones were also arrested. Now they are under police custody. So we were not really allowed to be able to speak to them.
We know that 3 bodies were retrieved. Has there been any reaction at all from community members, perhaps loved ones, who have been waiting to see who comes to the surface?
You know, when we arrived there, I think it's around 3 or 4 p.m., there were no community members on site. It was just the police, the private security, and paramedics. But community members, shockingly enough, they were nowhere to be seen. However, as it was getting darker before, I think an hour before they called off the operation, there was one lady there, and she was saying that they were actually afraid to come and be seen there, as they always receive threats as part of the community, that if they do speak or even pay attention to the activities that are happening there, they might be threatened. Sometimes they even threaten their children to say that they must just pretend, let it be business as usual and not focus on what is happening there in those shafts. So they actually were happy to say that finally something is being done. But however, they also raised concern that they do not think that the police will be able to deal with this. Some of them were even saying that they might assist them now, but they know after a few days these people will go back there. Because we also were told that last year, December, about 68 illegal miners were rescued from the same shaft. So it seems as if this is something that the community there in Sabie is quite, it's something that happens on a daily.
It looks like police are quite determined. I mean, they're saying that they will continue tomorrow. They're even getting additional equipment to ensure that the mission is a lot more successful, that they're able to get more individuals or bodies to the surface. How has that process played out as you watched and monitored the approach and the strategy that the officers are using?
You know, at first when we reached the place, our one concern was the manpower. Because there were about 150 people that were trapped. So with the help of the private security, they had a different hope to be able to book the private scout bodies, then to those that are alive. So what we saw on the ground,
to perhaps cut our conversation short, and Nhlamulo, that line not sounding too great.